Have you ever been in a fight where neither person was actually wrong, but the relationship still broke? You didn't lie, you didn't cheat, you didn't do anything dramatic. But slowly, quietly, the warmth left. The conversations dried up. And one day, you looked at the person sitting right next to you and realized you have become strangers. That's not bad luck. That's not incompatibility. That is ego trap. And today we are going to talk about how it works, because it is one of the most invisible, most dangerous psychological forces that acts on every relationship you have ever been in. Let's start with what ego is, because most people misunderstand it. Ego is not confidence. Ego is not self-respect. Those are healthy. Ego, in the psychological sense, is the part of your brain that is constantly asking one question. Does this situation make me look weak? That's it. That's the whole game. And here's what's terrifying. It does not announce itself. It does not show up as arrogance. It shows up as silence. It shows up as I'm fine. It shows up as changing the topic right when the conversation gets real. Psychologists call this ego defense. And this is automatic. Your brain does it before you even realize what's happening. Think about a time when you were in a car with someone, maybe a partner, a close friend, and a small comment was made, not even a big deal, but something inside you tightened. You didn't respond, you just went quiet. That silence, that was your ego protecting you. And in that exact moment, it also pulled you apart from that person. And here is where it gets interesting. There is a concept in psychology called reactance. It's the idea when we feel our sense of control or self-image is being threatened. We don't just defend ourselves, we double down. We become more rigid, more stubborn, more distant. And the painful irony, the people we love the most are the ones who trigger our ego the hardest. Why? Because those are the ones whose opinion of us matters. A stranger can insult you and you can shrug it off. But the same words from your partner, best friend or father, that hit differently. Robert Cialdini, in his work on influence in psychology, talks about the concept of commitment and consistency. Once we take a position, we defend that position even when it stops serving us, just to stay consistent with our self-image. In relationships, it looks like I've always been the logical one in the relationship, so I can't be the one apologizing. If I back down now, it'll look like she was right. I don't talk about my feelings. That's not just who I am. These are not personality traits. These are ego scripts, and they run on autopilot. Let me paint you a picture. Two people, smart, capable, well-intentioned. They both love each other, and they both have been through a rough patch. So they decide to take a trip to the place where they first fell in love to try and fix things. Day one, they're in a car together. And instead of actually talking, one of them says something small, a throwaway comment, and the other one retreats. The other one gets defensive. And what follows is the dance that millions of people know, where both are trying, but also both are protecting. Both people want the connection, but neither wants to be the one who reaches out first. Because reaching out first means losing. That's the ego trap right there, playing out in real time. And here is the really dark thing that psychology tells us about this pattern. The longer it goes on, the longer the brain starts to associate that person with threat rather than safety. Neuroscientists call this amygdala hijacking. Your emotional brain starts to override your rational brain every time that person is near. You stop seeing your partner. You start seeing your opponent. Now, I want to speak specifically to the men watching this, because this one is really for you. You are told from time to time that you are boys. Expressing emotions is weakness. Man up. Figure it out. Don't express yourself. In India, in the US, in the UK, Malaysia, Mauritius, different countries, same script. And what that creates psychologically is a man who has enormous emotional depth, but absolutely no tools to deal with it. So what happens? The feelings don't go away. They just convert. Pain becomes anger, hurt becomes silence, love becomes control. And the relationship doesn't die in one big fight. It dies in 1,000 small silences. 1,000 moments where you wanted to say something real, but your ego said, not yet, not here, not right now. The ego wasn't protecting you. It was isolating you. I've been sitting on the same theme for a long time. Not on this channel, but in my writing as well. I published my novel Between Two Worlds a year ago, and at the heart of it is exactly this same thing. Two people, both accomplished Indian Army officers, bold, smart, intelligent, both loved each other so much, but have spent years letting their egos do the talking instead. One scene I kept coming back to while writing it. They're in a car, driving to the mountains to save their marriage, and they can't even get out a single conversation without the walls going up. It's not dramatic. It's painfully, uncomfortably real. Because I wanted to show how ego doesn't affect our psychology. It affects our reality. It affects our every decision, every silence, every moment you choose distance over vulnerability. Sometimes the universe holds up a mirror and you have no choice but to look. It's a psychological thriller science fiction, multiverse, quantum science, and all that. But underneath all of it, it's actually about two people trying to find their way back to each other and themselves. And if right now, if you're wondering, okay, but how do you actually break the pattern in real life? I've got you covered, because that's exactly what we are going to talk about next. So how do you actually break the pattern? Because awareness doesn't alone fix it, right? Step 1, catch the script. When you feel yourself going silent, defensive, or cold, wait for exactly 3 seconds and ask yourself, am I reacting to what was said, or am I reacting to what it makes me feel about myself? Most of the time, it's the second one. Step 2, redefine what strength looks like. Being the first to reach out is not weakness. Being the first one to say, I think we need to talk, is not weakness. That takes more courage than staying silent. Your ego has lied to you about this your entire life. Step 3, understand the Cialdini principle working against you. Remember commitment and consistency. Your ego has kept you locked in a position because you have committed to it, publicly, repeatedly. The moment you realize that this is happening, you take your power back. You are not your past positions. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to choose the relationship over being right. Step 4, create safety first. The reason people go in ego defense is because they don't feel safe. So in your relationship, ask yourself, am I creating an environment where the person can be wrong without being punished? Because if the answer is no, their ego is always going to be up, and so will yours. And you will always be stuck, circling the same road, wondering why you never seem to move forward. And before I go, I want to say something. Every single one of you who has watched the channel, shared a video, left a comment, sent a message, you have always been the part of something I create from my heart. And I don't take it lightly. So as a thank you, my debut novel Between Two Worlds is going to be absolutely free on Kindle from 22 May to 25th May. No catch, no subscription. Just download it, read it, and let me know how you liked it. The link is in the description. Go grab it. It's my gift to you. And if this video made you think about a relationship in your life, maybe a partner, a friend, or yourself, drop it in the comments. I read every single one of them. I'll see you on 22nd with something even deeper. Till then, take care of your minds and take care of each other.